Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here, and today we got some good injury news on Logan Thomas and Curtis Samuel. They were both practicing today, at least a little bit, so we're going to talk about that, and I'll also show you guys some videos today from both of those guys practicing, and I'll also talk about some other guys and their injury updates. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content, hit that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. It really helps out the channel, and also make sure to check out WinView. We'll talk about them a little bit later in the video. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's go through the injury updates for today before we specifically get into Logan Thomas and Curtis Samuel. So both of those guys were going through individual warm-ups. Ricky Seals-Jones and Adam Humphries were both on the side field. Ricky Seals-Jones missed last week because of his hip injury, and Adam Humphries not sure what happened to him. So, those are both, situations to monitor. On the side field, doesn't mean they're going to be out for this game, but Cosme and Tyler Larsen were not at practice. So those two are concerning. I think Larsen won't play. I think there was, I think it's an MCL injury, so he might be out next week and maybe another week. Cosme, not sure. He, had that hip injury in the game. Hopefully he's fine, but it's not we want to see Cosme out there, and we want to see Tyler Larsen out there because they've been good for us this year, but their backups also have been good as well. Cornelius Lucas has been really good for us this year. He's a starter on most teams, but he's been a swing tackle for us when Cosme's been healthy, and when he's not, he's our starting right tackle, and he's a pretty good tackle for us. And then Wes Schweitzer stepped in for Tyler Larsen and was really, was solid, and he's just nasty in the run game. So we'll see. Hopefully Cosme can come back relatively soon, but Cornelius Lucas has been a good replacement for him so far. And then Ron Rivera today after practice was talking about Logan Thomas and Curtis Samuel, and he said they both look pretty good. If you're gonna list them, we list them as limited because today, usually Wednesdays are the first day where you give injury designations. But since we're playing, Washington's playing on Monday, then tomorrow is the first day. If they even practice tomorrow, since it's Thanksgiving, they might not practice. But, that's encouraging for Logan Thomas and Curtis Samuel to both, be listed as limited if they would have practiced today. I think we will be getting them back definitely in the next 2 weeks, in the next two games, but could be as early as this game against the Seahawks. We need to see a full week of practice for these guys. It just didn't make any sense for Washington to play Curtis Samuel last week when he got like 1 day barely of practice. Well, I think he was limited, and if they would have played him, that would have been irresponsible. He gets, there's an extra day this week, so he gets another day of practice. We'll see how, he responds the next day after practicing. Same thing with Logan Thomas and Curtis Samuel. Maybe he plays this week, but it's safe to say, as long as he doesn't re-aggravate it, which is a big if he doesn't re-aggravate his groin injury, it looks like Curtis Samuel will be back in the next week or so. If not the Seattle game, then maybe the Raiders game. And I would say the same thing for Logan Thomas. He has a chance to play this week. It's a hamstring injury. They've been cautious with it because, again, those two injuries, hamstring, groin injuries, it's easy to re-aggravate it. And once you re-aggravate it, it's hard to come back from it. So they want to be cautious with Logan Thomas. So there's a chance he plays this week, but if not this week, he'll be good to go for next week. So a couple clips right here. I'll show you guys some clips of, Curtis Samuel running around. He's been, I think he practiced last week a little bit and practiced today as well. Looks fine, and you just want to stack these days without him re-aggravating it so that he can get into things and, gel as well with, Taylor Heinicke. He did play with Taylor Heinicke in Carolina, so I don't think there'll be that, much of an issue, but that looks good. Coming out of his break, he looks good there. And yeah, he just has to stack the days. He has to stack the days, but those are some, intense cuts right there, and he's almost going at full speed right there. We'll play that one more time, but I'm a little bit encouraged about Curtis Samuel, and if Curtis Samuel comes back either this week or the next week, that's going to help out this offense, because, especially Terry McLaurin, because they're not going to, I think he's like the fourth, highest receiver in terms of double team rate percentage this year. Well, if Curtis Samuel's back, it's still going to be a high percentage, but they're going to have to put a little bit more attention on Curtis Samuel as well. So I really think that'll open up the offense for us. We can use him in a bunch of different ways. And if Curtis Samuel does play this week on Monday, I think he'll be on a snap count, maybe 20 snaps. But again, even those 20 snaps, that's still going to be helpful for us and really help us out. Logan Thomas, here's only a couple clips from him. I'll show you guys this clip right here. Taylor Heineke throwing it to him. But Logan Thomas being back is absolutely huge for us because we've been better lately in the red zone, but still struggling a little bit. And having Logan Thomas back is going to really, really help us out in the red zone. He's probably a top 3, top 5 red zone threat in the NFL as a tight end. I think he was, even after his injury, like 2 or 3 weeks after his injury, he was still leading the league in red zone yards. So I mean, Logan Thomas is a dominant tight end in the red zone. He really helps us out there. So having him back is going to be a huge help for us. And I'm excited to see also what John Bates still does when Logan Thomas comes back. I want to see Logan Thomas is going to be the starter, obviously, and Ricky Seals-Jones might be better than John Bates right now. As a receiver, I think he is, but I still want to see John Bates over him getting some more catches because more likely than not, John Bates will be back here next year, and who knows, Ricky Seals-Jones probably won't be, and John Bates is probably going to be our number 2 next year, so you want to get him ready. And the last few weeks he's been getting more and more opportunities, and he's been getting better and better. He's been good as a blocker this year, but he's starting to develop as a pass catcher. So I want to see him continue to get opportunities even when Logan Thomas comes back. Not a crazy amount of opportunities, but 2-ish targets a game, 2-3 targets, get a catch or 2 a game, and he's still going to play a lot of snaps because he is a good blocker. I've been liking what I'm seeing from John Bates lately. He's been contributing not only as a blocker, but starting to contribute as a pass catcher as well. But those 2 guys are going to really help out this offense if they can come back soon. Curtis Samuel will help open things up a ton, especially for Terry McLaurin, allow us to do some jet sweeps, hand it off to him in the backfield as well. And then Logan Thomas is just going to help us out everywhere, but especially in the red zone. So that is great news for the Washington football team. And guys, make sure you guys go ahead and check out WinView. I got the link in the description, and it was on the screen in the beginning of the video. They're the nation's leading sports predictor, allowing you to compete in live or pre-game contests against your friends. It's really cool. You can go head-to-head against one of your friends and possibly win some money. And there's some free contests as well. You can do a first-time deposit bonus of up to $200 and $20 risk-free. So make sure you guys go ahead and check them out. They got some really cool contests, all sports, so it is really fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.